you so much for joining me today on the meditation channel. Let's have a chat. I am literally sitting on my desk because I have been cleaning my office, redoing things, so I didn't even bother to do my hair today. So I'm looking like a wild woman. But the point is the message, okay? So I'm so glad that you guys are joining me today, and I really wanted to share this story with you because it has completely transformed my life. So let's talk about abundance, wealth. Not only that, but affirmations that allow you to build wealth. So for those of you who don't know, let me just tell you a little bit about my past. My journey started when I moved to Los Angeles. I moved to Los Angeles, I believe about 10 to 12 years ago to pursue my career in acting. And anyone who knows anything about pursuing a career in acting, like I said, I wasn't depending on my family, so I had to pretty much figure it out on my own, as you should. And I did not have an easy ride at all. There were times where I couldn't make rent, many times, to be quite honest. I have worked some of the most brutal jobs you could imagine, and I'm not exaggerating. I really know what struggle is. So when I moved here, I obviously first did not have a working visa. I was on an O1 visa, and it is a working visa, but there's a catch to it. You can only work as an actor. Now, in Australia, it's easy to find jobs that pay cash. However, I did not know that that would not be the case here. And I thought, well, worst comes to worst, I can work at a bar job or at a coffee shop and make some extra cash. It did not happen like that. So luckily, I did end up landing a job. And this job didn't technically pay cash, but I guess they figured out a way let's not incriminate ourselves. I was working at a train station and I was restoring a train. Yes, you heard me right. I was doing hardcore physical labor. I would be on the job for, I think it was 5, 6, 7, 8 hour days. I would get up extremely early. It took me an hour to get to work. So I had to walk half an hour, catch 2 buses, 1 train. Then I'd be working for all the day. I would sleep at lunchtime because I'd be so exhausted. And then I would finish the job. I would be covered in dirt from head to toe. I often had people on the train station ask me if I was homeless because I looked like a homeless person. And I did this for a very long time just to basically get by. Eventually, I was lucky and I won the green card lottery, and then I could work day jobs. But even then, it did not become easy. I was working at cafes. I was making minimum wage. I still could barely make rent. I had to borrow money from a friend to buy myself my first bicycle. I did not have a car in Los Angeles for the first 4 years. And if anyone knows anything about LA, you need a car here. You cannot get around in public transport. You can, but it's, like I said, 6 buses, 2 trains, God knows what. And look, it was extremely tough. And then on top of that, you want to add the fact that I was doing jobs that were killing me. They were draining me, that I hated. They were sucking the life out of me. Anyway, it got to the point where I burnt out. I got sick, and I ended up having to pack up and go back to Australia for 6 months to recover. I developed a panic disorder. I stopped eating. I was just in a really horrible place. I was suffering from severe depression. I was broke. I just was living in a shithole. There was black mold in the bathroom, in the shower where I was living. My bedroom did not even fit a bed. So I slept on the floor for 1 year. This is just I don't know, I'm getting emotional over it because I think I'm just so proud of myself from how far I have come, how much I have grown since then. And I'm sharing this with you because if this is you, I'm so sorry to begin with, because I cannot imagine how much you're suffering and how hard life must be for you. Even if you're just making decent money, but you're at a job that you just hate. I understand that pain. And so I made a decision that I was going to transform my life. I was going to change my life. And I made that decision before I moved to the US, but I feel like that was the challenges that I had to overcome to build the person that I am today. Taking a breather. So today, where am I? I am married. I have a two-story townhome that I own with my husband, and we're in the process of eventually buying a new home. I just manifested my dream car, a Tesla. Why? I am working for myself. I work for other people, but in jobs that I absolutely love, which is I teach meditation. And I have been working this entire year as an actor. So I have been booking job after job after job, and I've been supporting myself that way. I've had savings, and my life has essentially completely transformed. I've learned how to invest money. I am growing my finances, and I am learning the power of abundance and what that truly means. And so this is coming from somebody who I teach meditation, I teach affirmations, I teach self-empowerment, but it's the reason why I teach this is because I've lived it, and I've truly lived it. So one of the things that I started to work on first and foremost were my shadows, the aspect of me that lived in the subconscious, that believed that in order for me to be successful, I had to suffer. In order for me to be successful, I had to work incredibly hard. In order for me to be successful, I had to sacrifice certain parts of me, such as my joy, my pleasures. I could never have this, that, and the other. It could only be one thing, and everything else had to be painful. So it took a lot of digging in, and I'm still doing that work, by the way. This is still a process. But who I was 5, 6, 7 years ago to who I am now, and the life that I'm living is a whole new reality. And so one of the things that I started using to change my mindset were affirmations. Now, I've been doing affirmations for a very long time, and I knew that affirmations worked, but I understood the importance and how to use affirmations correctly. I do not believe that affirmations do not work for everybody. I just think that everybody has to figure out how to use affirmations that works for them specifically. Now, again, if you know anything about my past, I suffered from severe depression for most of my life. So affirmations were probably one of the most powerful tools for somebody like me who had an incredibly negative mindset. How do you do that? You reprogram your mind to be an empowering mindset, a self-serving mindset, doesn't even have to be positive. I mean, it does help if you can make it positive, but if you suffer from depression or if you had a pessimistic mindset, you know how far that reality is. And essentially, like I said, it's about how can you make it work for you. So one of the things that I have done recently, and this is a great moment for me to let you guys know, I have written literally a toolbook for you and for me on how to reprogram your mind. So it's called 32 Days to Affirm Your Way to Wealth, Creating the Millionaire Mindset. What's so amazing about this book is that I essentially give you very specific tools for you to use for 32 days that are designed to help you reprogram the subconscious mind. Uncover the belief systems that you have that contradict your wealth, and give you a ton of affirmations, because not all affirmations are going to work for everyone. So it's very simple. So each day you're going to sit down, and it's going to take you probably like 2 minutes to do this, maybe 5, 10 minutes max. And essentially the first day is identifying, for instance, your limiting beliefs. And you're going to have to essentially write what you believe your limiting beliefs are. And eventually this goes deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper, by the way. So we're uncovering the layers, and we're essentially scaling from a poverty mindset up to a millionaire mindset. You see, you can't jump from I am poor, I am broke to I'm a millionaire. And this is why affirmations don't work. Imagine the frequency of that. A poverty frequency is a very specific energy and frequency, and it vibrates, let's just say, at level 5. Now, a millionaire mindset, let's just say that's a level 20. For you to go from a level 5 to a level 20, that is an incredibly high jump. That's a stretch, literally. And your mind, your level 5, does not know what a level 6, a level 7, a level 8, a level 19, or 20 is. So essentially, we need to build up slowly to level 20, because then when you get to level 20, when you say I'm a millionaire, you're going to believe it. Not only that, but what's so great about this book is that you're also going to uncover along the way all of the blocks, the subconscious beliefs that are ingrained that contradict that desire. So, like I said, for me, one of the beliefs was that I had to work incredibly hard and that I had to self-sacrifice in order to get what I want. That is true if I believe it to be true. It's true if you believe it. It's true also if you don't believe it, right? So the next thing with this book, what's so cool is that the next thing that I give you is a list of affirmations, and there's a lot of them, okay, that are in conjunction to day one. And essentially, you're gonna read all of the affirmations, and then you're gonna find one affirmation that resonates with you. Now, it's important that the affirmation resonates with you, because if you don't believe it, then you're just saying words. Remember, emotions, energy in motion. So you have to have an emotional attachment to that affirmation. And so when you find that affirmation, you're going to be repeating that affirmation throughout your entire day. Once day one is done, you're going to move to day two. Examining childhood influences. So the people that have programmed you, such as if you had a mother or a father that said money doesn't grow on a tree, or what do you think we are, made out of money? That kind of stuff does end up in your programming. So again, we're going to be uncovering all of the shadow. You're going to become self-aware of these shadows that live within you. And then we're going to reprogram them with a list of affirmations. And then you find that one affirmation that works for you, and then you move on. So this is designed for you to do for 32 days in a row. Don't take a break. It takes 10 minutes. It's designed to be quick. It's designed for you to be able to manage it within your schedule. And it'll get to the point where it will help you essentially build a mindset where you start thinking like a wealthy person. So if you're somebody who is poor or who is struggling to build wealth or is stuck, this is great, because essentially it's going to help you uncover the layers and build up the belief and the momentum towards that frequency that you truly desire. And so I made this. It's super affordable. I'll put the link in the description box below for you guys to find. I believe I put it up on Amazon for like $9, $10. So it's super cheap. And yeah, and hopefully this is something that you can use and that it will help you. But yeah, so going back to my story. So I am still working on myself. There are still layers and more to do, and we'll see where I will be in a year's time. So one of the things that I decided to do this year to take myself to the next level was to quit all of my day jobs and just pursue my passions this year. And I have been doing that. I have been teaching, like I said, meditations. I've been pursuing my acting, which I have been booking a ton of jobs. And it's been truly such an energetic upgrade, because even before this year, I didn't even know that this was possible. But one thing is very important, guys. The reason why we need to understand our subconscious mind is because we can not sabotage ourselves, because I don't like the word sabotage, but we can sabotage ourselves. So for instance, one of the things that I realized as to why I needed to work so hard and so intensely all the time was because I had a fear. I had an intense fear of ending up like I did way back when I developed my panic disorder, where I had nobody, I had no money left, I could barely make rent, and it was just a consistent panic over money, a consistent terror in my entire body, where I just felt like not just like a failure, but I was never going to get out of this. And so what I realized is that I had to develop a safety net in order for me to take that leap. And this is very important for everybody, right? When we, in the spiritual community, yes, you can create your own reality and you can do it like that, okay? But you have to become aware of your shadows, because you might manifest that very thing that you desire, but if you haven't dealt with the shadows, you're gonna slip back very quickly. Think about the pattern with people who win the lottery. If you don't know, 90% of the people who win the lottery end up poor within 3 years after winning the lottery. And the reason for that is because they haven't healed their shadows, the aspects of them that are still programmed in their poverty mindset. And so this is why, again, I designed this book so that it can help you to become aware of those patterns, aware of those programs. And then it's your job to take care of yourself, to make sure that you can help yourself, be your friend along the way, where you can support yourself on your wealth journey and allow yourself essentially to grow and blossom. Whew. All right, guys. Well, I hope I hope this video was helpful. If you have any questions, please leave a comment below. I'm always happy to answer all of your questions. I always answer all of the comments as best as I can, unless it's a comment that I'm just like, you know what, here's some love, but I'm not going to reply to you because, you know, yeah, let's just leave it at that. Sometimes I'll still reply to the hate though. So yeah, so that's it, guys. Please leave a comment below and let me know what your journey has been like. And don't forget, guys, that I have a ton of meditations on helping you to reprogram your subconscious mind when it comes to wealth. And don't forget to follow me on Spotify, Insight Timer. I'm on those. I'll do a ton of lives on Insight Timer now where I do oracle readings. And yeah, if that's your thing, then join me. All right, guys, well, have a magical